G'day, Nigel from Sax School. Well, we're going to have some fun today playing a pop tune, learning a pop tune. It's a tune written by Stevie Wonder, but covered by loads of people. Incognito, British acid jazz band, did a great version of it. And actually, I took my kids to go see the new Pixar movie, Sing, recently, and it was featured in that as well. Fantastic arrangement. And I reckon it's a great tune for us to learn on saxophone because there's some fun things happening in it. There's some chromatic scales, there's some syncopated rhythms, and it's got a little soloing section too, which uses a single chord, which is a lot of fun for us to play through. So I'm going to get started by playing through the arrangement I've written for you guys, where I'm using all my saxophones. And then we'll go back and we'll learn how to play this in easy steps because there really are only 3 sections, and all quite short sections to learn in this tune. So we can move through it pretty quick. So here we go, have a listen to the arrangement and see what you think. Okay, what do you reckon? Sounds great, right? It's a really fun little arrangement. So let's get stuck in learning this. Now, we're going to do it in the original Stevie Wonder key, which for us means we've got 3 flats. We're going to see some B flats. I've got my B finger on the B and the B flat key there. We're going to see E flats and A flats. Now, you probably worked out already that that means we're in the key of E flat major, but actually we're in the relative minor, which is C minor. So remember, minors and majors are related by a 3 semitone gap. So if we go down 3 semitones from our major key, E flat to D to C sharp to C, that gets us our minor key, and that's where we are. So we're in C minor, okay? So keep an eye out for those 3 flats all the way through. There might be a couple of other exciting notes in there too. The very top of the chart, there's 8 bars of the band doing an intro, and it's actually 8 bars that's repeated. So if you look on your music, there's a long bar with a number 8 over it, and that section is repeated. So hang out for 8 bars and then another 8 bars, and then we come in with the melody section, a figure 8. The first section sounds like this. So I'm going to start with my octave key on, and we got high G, E flat, F, down to C, up to E flat, back to C, up to F, then back to C again, then D flat. Remember, that's no fingers at all. D flat, C, B flat, back up to E flat, down to C, down to B flat, down to A flat. So got my little thing on there, back up to E flat. So if you've got your sax, I definitely urge you to pick it up and run through the fingerings with me, because it really helps you to learn much faster. So starting from a high G, octave keys on, G, E flat, F, C, E flat, C, F, C, D flat, C, B flat, E flat, C, B flat, E flat, A flat, up to E flat. Okay, let's try playing through that nice and slowly. Ba, boo, ba, boo, ba, boo, ba. 1, 2, here we go. Okay, cool. Well, you know, that melody actually happens twice. The ending's just slightly different. So let's play it now as if it's the second time. This is bar 13. 2, 3, and... Now here it's different. Instead of just going up to the E flat, we go B flat, A flat, C, E flat, G, F. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning now, play right down to that point where we stopped, which was bar 16. 1, 2, figure A. Okay, see how it fits in there with the ending just slightly different. It's really cool because it means that there's not actually that much for us to learn in this tune. There's lots of bits that are reused all the way through. So that's the first section, the A section. Kind of like the verse, I suppose. So now let's learn the chorus section. So we start with a pickup into figure B, and we go like this. F, G, A flat, little fingers on there. F, G, A flat, B flat, G, F, G. Okay, the second bit's the same as that, just the ending's different. F, G, A flat, B flat, G, F, G, F, E flat. And then we go E flat, this is the first chromatic section, E flat, D, D flat, remember D flat's no fingers at all. Then we've got C up to high G, F, C, E flat, D, F. Should try that one more time from the E flat. 1, 2. Okay, right, so let's put all of that together. Pick up into figure B. Boo ba boo ba boo doo da. Okay, bar 17, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Alright, so we've almost learned the whole tune now. There's just one more section left to go. So what happens after this point? We've done the A section, which is like the verse, the B section, which is like the chorus. Now we go down to figure C. That's the same as the verse. So it's the same as figure A. Okay, figure C is the same as A. And that brings us to figure D. That's the same as the chorus, figure B. But there's one little change at it. At the very end of it, instead of going up to the F natural at the end, we're going to go into the next section instead. So we're going to stay on the D, and then we're going to go on to the next section, figure E, and that's our last section to learn. And this is the cool part, because this is that descending chromatic line that you'll know from this tune. It sounds really cool, particularly with the band, but it's easy to play, really easy. We're going to start on the A flat. We're going to go A flat, then G, G, F sharp, F sharp, F, F, E, E flat, then D, F. So one more time. A flat, G, G, F sharp, F, F, E flat, D, F. Should we try it? On the A flat, figure E in your music. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Okay, one more time. 2, 3. It's a really cool line, and there's a cool thing about it too. All the notes are on the offbeat in this line, except for the first note, the A flat, the second note, the G, and then at the end of the line, the D before we go to the F. Those three notes are on the beat. Everything else is off the beat. So it's like this. Ba boo da ba 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 doo da. Do you see how they're all on the offbeat? See if you can do it with me. 2, 3, 4. Ba boo da ba 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 boo da. Okay. Now we're going to play that again because we play it the first time through an E. Then we do a little connecting line, which is like this. B flat, up to C, up to E flat. So it's 1, 2, and then we do the line again. So let's do that little connecting line, and then let's do the descending line for the second time. Ready? So connecting line, bop, bop, bop. 1, 2. Awesome, and that's it. That's all the melody notes for this whole tune. So I'll tell you what happens after here. We've gone all the way through to figure F now, and that figure F is our solo section, and it's actually kind of like the A section but done twice, just to give us a little bit longer to improvise. I'll come back to that in a second, we'll talk it through, but after figure F we go solos in figure F and figure G, then we're down to figure H. The figure H is the chorus, it's the same as figure B. So we know all of those notes. Okay, and figure H leads us into figure I. Figure I is the same as that descending line, etc. So we know those notes as well. And the only thing that's different here is at figure I, we play, instead of playing that descending line twice, we double it up and we play that descending line 4 times. Okay, so. that connecting line. And we play it through again. Then we do basically all of that again. Okay, and if you wanted to, the very last time you could play it up the octave as well. And that brings us right to the very end of the tune. The only thing that happens at the end now is we've got a long fall off note at the end, and that's a high C. So I'm playing a high C, and then I'm running down with my fingers after it. Okay, so I'm hitting that note hard, and then I'm running down with my fingers as I'm reducing my air to get it da. It's getting softer as it's getting lower. And that's the whole tune. Does that make sense? So it's a really cool tune that sounds amazing, but it's actually only got 3 very short sections to learn. Very, very cool. Okay, I just want to wrap up now and have a quick chat with you about the improvising section. Now I mentioned there's only a 1 chord improvising section. We're in the key of C minor. So guess what scale it is? A C minor scale, right? It's actually a C natural minor scale, and the notes are this: C, D, E flat, F, G, A natural, B flat and C. Now we use the natural minor instead of the harmonic or melodic minor if you're familiar with those, because the natural minor fits better with the chord notes that we're using over a C minor chord. So the A natural is the only difference there really. Okay, so we've done quite a lot of lessons in sax school about improvising, so I'm not going to go into this too much detail, but I'll just give you a couple of quick tips. First of all, see if you can just stick to those scale notes, and to start off with, just do the first 3 notes or the first 4 notes or the first 5 notes of that scale, whatever you're comfortable with. But reduce your note choices down as small as you can, so you've only got a few notes to think about. Once you've done that, you want to keep your rhythms really, really simple. Super simple. Crotchets and quavers, quarter notes and eighth notes, maybe some semiquavers or 16th notes in there, but keep the rhythms very, very simple. Okay, so simple note choices, simple rhythms. Make sure you keep plenty of space in there, and also keep your melody ideas nice and short. So you play a little idea, have a break, play another idea, have a break, another idea. So they're more like little sentences. And if you think about your solo like that, it'll be much easier for you to make one up. It'll also sound a lot more logical and be easier for your audience to connect with. And also that's the foundation that you can build from. So once you get that right, it's easy then to get more complicated, add more note choices in, or more complicated rhythms. Okay? So stick to your simple notes, simple rhythms, keep the melodies into little chunks, lots of space, and don't forget to record yourself as you're going along too, and listen to how that solo section's going, how it's sounding. If you hear some things that you like, keep those for next time. If you hear some things that you hate, don't do them again. And you keep going through that process, and pretty soon you'll be playing amazing solos. And you know, it's such a simple way to do it, but trust me, it really, really works. So those are all the notes for Don't You Worry About a Thing. So have some fun with that. I've given you the full arrangement, all the parts and the backing tracks below the video here. So you can download those, learn them, practice with them, and then make your own video with that whole arrangement. Record it on your phone or stick your camera on, whichever way you'd like to do it, and then share it with me in the Facebook users group, the Sax School users group, so I can hear how you're getting on, and we can get some comments, and you can let everybody else know how wonderful you're playing as well. And of course you can also share it on your Facebook feed, you can stick it on YouTube, start to let people know about how awesome you are on your saxophone. So keep practicing hard. I'll see you next time.